Do 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 do. Alrighty. Ugh. Another barb day. Bow bow bow. Alright, what are we doing? Helltide? Maybe. World boss in an hour. Are any of the layer bosses whispers? Yes. See how this goes. Bow, bow, bow. What up, Nichols? How you doing? Happy Friday and all that. Bow, bow, bow. Oh yeah, we're making a dent. We got this. I expected to do more damage than this. It's okay, we'll get there. Probably. What torment? 10. My barb needs more power. Where are you at? Got him. That took way too long. Holy. You play Warlock Apocalypse build very strong this season? I started on the Warlock. I liked it a lot. I didn't do Apocalypse though. I was doing a Hellfire build. I guess Apocalypse could be Hellfire. I was doing the Terraswarm. That's the words. But I do like that people are trying a bunch of different builds, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. I do want to try the Fallen Lunatic builds, because that just sounds fun. Alright, Helltide time. Bum, bum, bum.
It is done.
Sure. What up, Nerdy? How you doing? I'm doing good. I asked my question before I saw your message, and I'm like, hey, we said the same thing. Bupe. I like that when I hear this, the welcome sounds, the custom ones. I know exactly who it is. I don't even have to look. Where to farm mythics? Which bosses to farm the Undercity mythic keys? I mean, you don't really pick what boss you're gonna do in the Undercity. You just want to be running the mythic keys. These guys, the Tribute of Armaments. If you do get 5 of these greater Tributes of Armaments, you can convert them into the mythic ones. These ones, every time I've done one, I've gotten at least 1, sometimes 2, and I've seen people get more. What class build have I enjoyed most this expansion? I really liked my Sorceress Chain Lightning build. It definitely wasn't meta. I did go Ball Lightning to kill Mephisto. I finally got that fight done. That felt really good. I was a little sad I did it off stream. I was practicing, and then it happened. So, it is what it is. Did they fix Crusher? I don't think so. I don't think they fixed it yet. I know that they have a fix coming for the Ball Lightning bug next week. So hopefully they fix that also. You're in Magic Kingdom? Heck yeah. How to make the mythic armament. So, I mean, you'll find them naturally, but if you have 5 greater tributes of armaments, like you can just get those randomly. If you get 5 of them, you can put them in the cube and make one of the mythic one. Your PD2 season's coming to an end, so it's going to start D4. D4 is feeling pretty good now, if you have the expansion specifically, but even if you don't, there's enough changes where I think it's going to be good either way. Yeah, it's 5 of them. I thought it was 3, but it turned out it is 5 indeed. Okay, I don't need any of that stuff. I did find these, which have promise, so I saved those. Man, every time PD2 drops a new season, I want to dive in, because I love PD2. I have so much fun every time I do play it, but it seems like the last couple of seasons have popped up right when I have other stuff going. So I haven't had a chance to play it in a while. But I love that game. I really do hope that we get more content for D2R, or they eventually let PD2 work on D2R, because that would be phenomenal. I've been playing on and off since release. Gotcha. Can they please take indestructible out of the worst outcome? You swear it's all you get? I mean, if you use one of these guys, it'll take that option out. But you also lose the best options. Alright, Helltide. On the bright side, at least it's not bricking anymore. It's just like a neutral outcome. Or whatever. That it takes away the best outcome? Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the risk you're taking, right? What's my favorite? I'm a Sork guy. I like the Warlock. I like the Sork. I like the Barb, but I think Sork is still my favorite. I do want to play all the classes though this season. I'm still not sure which one I'm gonna do next. Gotta do Death Trap. Every time I've played Death Trap in the past, I didn't like the play style, but I could try it. Maybe. Do Druid. I'm definitely gonna do Druid. Just not sure if I'm doing Druid next. I might. I have heard recently that there is a bug with the Druid with the armory system, which I never really use it much anyways, but apparently because of the additional shape-shifting nodes in the Druid tree, it's like not saving to the armory properly. So that's fun. Hopefully they get that fixed soon. Am I going for Immortal Barb or just regular Banished Lord? I'm not following any of the meta build guides. I made my own. It's probably not great, but it's working for now. Everyone's running Barb. Is that meta? Barb is definitely strong, but I'm playing all of the classes this season. It just happens that I'm on the Barb right now. I've already done Warlock and I've done Sork, and I plan on doing all of them. What Druid build is? It's probably Pulverize. I haven't really looked into what people are running on Druid. Sork's still technically better, but Immortal Barb is fun. True. Well, I don't know if it's better or not, but I know that there was the bug with Ball Lightning that they did put out a statement today, Marcus did, that it will be fixed next week. He said hopefully early next week, I believe is what the words were. So hopefully Monday, Tuesday. You're playing Paladin, I guess it's the weak. Yeah, Paladin is supposedly the weakest class, but I'm sure it's still good enough to do most content. Like, when people judge how good classes are in this game, it's usually, are they doing 50 trillion or are they doing 500 million? It's like, or 500 billion, I should say. It's like, I mean, yeah, technically it's better, but the damage numbers in this game have gotten absurd. Come here, mister. Alright, we got him. You did Static Field Sork. You want to get Fire Orb or see if you can get one going? Do it. Hell yeah. That sounds fun. I didn't jump on the Lightning Blizzard, the Static Field Blizzard or whatever, but it does look cool. So close to 1 billion on your 3rd build. Nice. Static Blizz is fine. Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, I leveled my Sork as Chain Lightning, and then to do like the hard content, to do Mephisto, because I wanted to get the kills solo, I did end up switching him to Ball Lightning, but I still did my own build. I didn't use any guides or anything. Although, I will say, chat did help me out a little bit, putting me onto the Armageddon aspect. I would have missed that one otherwise, so that helped. I feel like each season the classes change to the top DPS, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's a little bit flavor of the week, but I like that the meta shifts so people don't always play the same build every single season. Like in Diablo 2, how many times did people play Sorceress, right? Because it was like always good because of teleport. And then they would, like most people would start there or Paladin, and then branch off to like other classes as they had gear and stuff. But like in this game, people try different shit based on what's new and what's changed. Sometimes you really miss D3 big numbers of damage. I mean, I think they're bigger in this game, aren't they? But like they just shorten them? Maybe not. Were we doing quadrillions and trillions? And I know it was crazy numbers in D3. I think they just didn't shorten them like this. Is that what you mean? You like how they were like long across the entire screen? Blizzard Zork D2 ladder starter every time. Same. Yeah, I always go Blizzard Zork every. Like I'll level as like Charge Bolt or like Nova, and then I'll spec into Blizzard once I unlock that, and off to the races. I finally tried Apocalypse Warlock build. My God, I see how people hit hundreds of trillions. Yeah, I need to try the Apocalypse thing. I haven't respec'd my Warlock. Is this Subnautica too? Yeah. I just applied some mods. They fixed the moat trick from Mephisto? No, it still works. I think they changed it in PD2, but in Diablo 2 it still works. In Diablo 2 Resurrected. At least last time I did. How do I keep berserking up? I don't know. I'm sure it's on something that I put on. Is it my set? No. I know a lot of my like mana regen is from constantly moving because I have like a bunch of things that says like if I move so many yards or whatever, it like regens my mana, or not my mana, my rage. I play too much Sword. The entire screen felt more like actual numbers. Yeah. They changed it outright. I wish they would have made it an option, because I do think it was fun when the numbers were across the entire screen. Ow! Okay, I got stuck there. Man, I hate the summer. Can you guys take it away? It's like not even summer yet, and it's already too damn hot here. Take it away. Maybe I shouldn't mess with this guy. Why'd I die? I don't know, because I suck at video games. You heard it here first. Also, I have to address the allegations. Apparently, I steal all my content. Somebody got all mad that I posted a video of how to do the cow level stuff. And I'm just like, guy, I didn't claim to discover it myself. I say in the first 30 seconds of the video that I can't take credit for this. And then he deleted his comment. But I'm just like, what the hell? I'm sorry that people were excited and want to see how it worked. People on the internet are silly. Heard the same stuff about Rob over on Reddit? Yeah. Like, people are always talking about how, like, all he does is steal builds from other people and stuff. And, like, he definitely does take inspiration from other people. I think everybody does to some degree. But he definitely puts his own spin on things. And he brings a lot of positive attention to the game, so I don't know. How am I hitting for 2.37 million? This is just a whirlwind build that I slapped together. It's nothing special. I mean, there are people hitting for like 30 trillion and stuff, so millions is nothing. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. Open it up. Yeah, this is just a whirlwind build. I believe I put this build on my Mobalytics page, which I have linked in my bio. Pretty sure I put this one up. Timmy! What up, Timmy? You tried the Mephisto fight? You're not ready? Man, that fight is brutal. Like, until you're to the point where your character's, like, godly, like, that fight is not a joke. Been some time since I stumbled over you. Your Paladin hits for hundreds of billions right now and nowhere finished? Yeah. And Paladin apparently is one of the weakest classes this season, and they're still doing great. Gonna have to learn some mechanics at the very least? Yeah. In a little bit, if you want, I could kind of go there and show you the fight, like kind of break it down a little bit. Although I'll probably die because I was doing it like all morning. I did finally get the kill, but I technically killed it twice. The first time, though, as it was dying, I died to a dot. I was like, no, I don't want to do that again. Didn't even get out of the first phase. Yeah. There's a lot of movement. You definitely want to make sure your character has a good amount of movement speed on it. You say Druid is the weakest? That slow slog tune? Druid is only slow low levels. Like once you get him built up, he's not that slow. All right, so steadfast and heavy hitter we got to replace. Heavy. That goes here. So from 112 to 114, sure. And steadfast. One of those fancy words you can type all with your left hand. Okay, so this is from 5.4 to 5.5. Is that worth it? Sure, why not? Think of it as damage buckets. You need them all the same size. Yeah. Yeah, it took me a long time. Like, I still don't fully grasp the whole damage bucket thing, but I at least have a decent idea to where, like, if you do have multiple damage types, like if you're doing physical and close and berserking or whatever, you want to try to get, like, whenever you want to build up your lowest one to get them kind of averaged out. Not necessarily average, but you don't want to stack just one. Hi, Psychosa. Oh, hi. So I probably need to work on this guy. That fire resistance got to go. But what do I want there instead? Ooh. Actually, there's no GAs on this, so I don't know if it's worth it. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Alright. Infernal Horde's my favorite. I'm going to do the built-in one so I can get a short one and get out of there as quickly as possible. It's funny. Like, I used to love the Infernal Hordes, but it's just been so stale. And it's so much longer than the other activities, so it just feels bad comparatively. I really do hope that we get a rework and they make it just more fun. Like, make the options much crazier. You've joined my fan club for 3 months? Heck yeah. I appreciate it. What up, Joey? How you doing? The picture of volume, if you do a huge A. Yeah, I did see, what's his name? Verilyn? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or whatever. But he made a pretty good video talking about that. You can tell that he's a school teacher as his day job. I think he's a college professor. Got your star list and Air Perdition this morning, and then realized they were used for core skill upgrades, but oh, did you see the fix or the announcement? They are fixing that early next week. Was what Marcus said. So it is confirmed to be a bug, or it was intended, and they were hoping no one would notice. But since people did notice, they're switching it back. I don't think it's that, but I'm so good at this game. I'm really pretty average at this game. I just play a lot. You're going with the second option? I don't know. That seems like a pretty big one that like they're not gonna slip that by people. I don't think they're that naive. They don't think they could get away with that. But even still, even with the ball lightning bug, Storks are still crazy strong. Like, I still used ball lightning to get my Mephisto kill this morning. Although it seems like most people are using the orbital version, I did not. I didn't want to get that close. The best class is Necro now? I don't think so. I mean, I think they're decent. They're doing fine, but I don't think they're the best. I think Storks and Barbs are the best right now. And I think Paladin is technically the worst, but I think they're all doing just fine. Slowly working on your whirlwind, nice. Yeah, I definitely want to consider maybe not being in Torment 10 on this character yet. I don't think he's quite strong enough. Like, he can do it, but it's slow. At some point, you'll use a guide for your Warlock. You're stuck in T8. You want to see the power? Yeah, mine felt pretty stuck in 10. I haven't really messed with it in a while though. I could probably juice some more power out of it now. I mean, I definitely could if I switched builds completely, but I was really liking the fantasy of the build that I made. Glad to see Barb back. Then a few seasons. I feel like Barb's like, other than like season 2, I think, or maybe it was even season 1. They've always been decent. There was that one season where everybody was like so worried that they were going to be dead, but then they ended up being just fine. They were like A tier. Paladin goes up to 130 in tower as far as you know. So yeah, T12 is easy enough. Yeah, all the classes are definitely capable of doing T12. They're just not like godly S++ tier. And some classes have more viable builds than others. Which this is a Torment 10. Although I'm thinking about bringing it down just because it's a little slow still. Like, I'm fine, but I'd prefer to kill faster, and I guess that can happen. You did have fun with the Charge Barb that one season? Yeah, Charge Barb, what season was that? That was fun. That was the season that they did the Gauntlet, so that was season 3. Doesn't need to be godly S+ tier to be fun. I agree completely. Like, so many people are like, all they care about is playing whatever is the best meta build, and I'm just like, I just wanna play a character that feels fun to play. And if it does quadrillions of damage too, extra. That's a bonus, cherry on top. You know, I do think tomorrow I'm probably going to start a new character. Maybe I'll put a poll on my Discord and let you guys pick what's next. What up, Joe? Forever remember Riz playing that cool Spearborn from the start and it being wildly OP and meta? Yeah. I picked a good one that season. Oh, get out of that. I do want to play a Quill Volley Spiritborn again because I haven't played one in a long time. Although I've heard that all of the Rod of the Kepaleki builds aren't very good anymore. Is the Seer Dungeon still good for gem farming? That's a great question. I have not done it since the patch. Yes? Alright, there you go. How come your numbers look smaller than mine, but you actually kill? Not trying to hate? I mean, I'm only on Torment 10. I don't know. How's your favorite? I'm your favorite streamer? Or are you talking to somebody else? I'm doing good. How are you doing? Am I missing gear for this guy? Oh, yeah, I mean, I have random gear. Like, I have some that's okay, some that's absolutely terrible. I mean, those are decent. But, like, I have, like, these are still 850. I only started this character a couple days ago. I do have this build on Mobalytics, but I will say, I'm sure there are stronger bar builds out there. I'm not a big build maker or whatever, but I'm trying this season to make my own build. So if people want to play them, cool. But I'm sure like Rob or Cliptus have better build guides out there. You've played Barb all 13 seasons. You tried Spiritborn in the last week of the season. It was time to put in tie game. And I did Pally last week before Lord of Hatred released, but you always played Barb. I played Barb probably more than any class except for Sork. Currently there's the double loot box. Yeah. I know a lot of people, or somebody mentioned recently that the last time they did the double gifts from the tree, they saved all their caches for the bonus XP weekend and opened them all then, and apparently it was like really, really good towards getting closer to 300 Paragon. I thought that the double XP weekend was only for loot, for monster kills, so I was surprised that actually worked, but they insisted it did, so I don't know, it might be worth saving some of those for that. I don't know. Need to figure out how to do the cow level. The cow level is a very, very long chain of events if you want to do all of it and get the achievement and the cow or the moo emote and all that stuff. And like I think there might have been a title too. But if all you care about is getting into the cow level, you just need to find somebody to moo on you. It's crazy how they made the mythic armaments that you run in the Undercity are guaranteed drop mythic. Yeah. I was surprised by that as well. I know a lot of people complain that it was hard to get mythics. It ain't hard no more. Now it's just a matter of how many you're gonna get. Alright, we can nuke those. What if there's a YouTube video? I mean, I did put out a YouTube video of how to get in the back door, like the part if somebody moves on you. But if you want to see a video on like the entire process, I know they exist. I know Loathburger put out one of the Lord of Hatred specific parts. I don't know who put out videos for the previous ones though. Use the event to get your twinks up to 70 fast so you can get a character up with only 4 boxes. Nice. Yeah, I don't like leveling my characters that way, but I know a lot of people do, so more power to you if you do enjoy that. Oh man. Wait, can I avoid Infernal Hordes? Go here, here, here. Okay. And then here, here. Yeah. I really don't want to do Infernal Hordes. So finding 4GA items is hard. It is, but like I don't feel like 4GA items should be the expectation. Like that's supposed to be your chase items. That's what you're supposed to take a long time to find. And I think now it's easier to get them than ever because of the cube. Like I've found like 3GA yellow items that I ended up crafting into super, super good legendary items, and I don't know. I think itemization feels pretty damn good right now. Only gotten 3 GAs as of yet. I mean, I guess naturally, yeah, 3 GAs, and then you add an additional one. Technically, you could get 2 with the transfiguration. Haven't played in a few seasons. You're out of the loop. Everything seems so new. Yeah, I mean, even people who play every season, it feels very new. This expansion, like with the expansion, because they changed so much. They changed so much. You have 1 4 GA. You had it reroll 1 GA from the desired stat, making it 3 GA. And yeah, so there. I guess if you take a GA item, you can bring it to the enchanter or the occultist and enchant the GA, but not choose a replacement, and it'll lock that GA in place so the cube can't roll it off. You can only do one, but that is an option. All right, we'll do this one. Had one of your rings not get locked by a transfigure, which is sweet, because now you can replace its aspects until you find the best one. Hell yeah. I'm trying to figure out what this message says. Did you put the stars in there, or did YouTube do that? What level should you start doing nightmare dungeons? I mean, there's no particular level. You can start doing them at level 1 if you want to. It's just a matter of, do you want to do them? They are a good source of obdicite. They are an easy option to do in war plans. Okay, yeah. Torment 9 feels much cozier. The difference is wild. I don't know why this song feels like a good spin to win song. I'd highly recommend combining 5 nightmare dungeons to get an escalation sigil. You can do that if you need to fight Astaroth for any gear. Or just do Belial. That works too. Is that the only way to get escalation sigils this season? I don't even know. I don't remember if I've seen any naturally drop. How do you get the grandfather or gear like that anymore? So you can get a lot of mythic uniques in this season by doing Undercity and getting these mythic tributes of armaments. You can get them by cubing 5 greater armaments, or they do drop just naturally also. I've gotten quite a few this season, and it seems like they always give 1 or 2 mythics. You can also craft them the same way as we've always been able to at either the jeweler or the blacksmith. Need Griswold sword. You do this quite often. Yeah, if you do need Astaroth loot though, you can also just save your Belial mats and choose Astaroth there. That's how I got most of mine. You know what I should work on today is finishing up more of my seasonal rank stuff. I haven't been focusing on it because I was stuck on the Mephisto part. But now that I'm done with that, I should probably go out of my way to finish up some of those chapters. Meow. Great song, hell yeah. Three Days Grace is one of those groups that like I always like there's a couple songs that I know really well, but like this one is one of those ones that like I know the song and I know the band, but I never remember that it's them. I always have to look. I'm like, who is this again? Very last part of Lilith and Mephisto T12. Right. Do you have to do them? Because I know it says like complete like 10 of the objectives. Are there enough to not do them, or do you have to do them? I feel like I could probably do Lilith on my sword. Mephisto T12. Like, how much more damage does he do? Or like, how much more difficult is it in 12 than it is in 10? I haven't tried it yet. There's enough to not do them? That's good. What's the best way to get legendary seals fast? You're in T12 and you've yet to get 6 charm slot. When you say legendary, did you mean mythic seals? Because I haven't gotten one yet. But legendary seals, they drop all over the place. If you're not getting them, maybe your loot filter's filtering them out? Oh, I finished my attunement. I should get out of here. If you use a mythic seal, it's a 100% drop. What's a 100% drop? Wait, did you mean a mythic tribute? You did 100 on your warlock? Nice. What kind of warlock? Same fight, you just need to do that thing that anything can one-hit kill you. So... yeah, I mean, I felt that way in T10, so I'm curious.
I do this for your sake, child.
Curious how much harder it would be.
So much good I would have done.
Ran Mythic Tribute and didn't get... really? Oh, so it's not a guarantee? It feels like it's pretty close, though. If not 100%, it's got to be like 80. Say you did Warlock 1,084 billion damage with Paragon 188. Never did so much damage before so early? Yeah. The damage numbers this season's pretty nutty. I really do wonder, what do they have planned for Season 14? And are we going to get a PTR for it? Because I feel like if we do, they're going to have to announce it soon. Like within the next week? Maybe week and a half? At least assuming that the dates in here are accurate. That it'll end in 45 days. Because usually they do the PTR like a month out. Alright, so I got to do Legion events. Infernal Hordes Chaos Waves. My favorite. My favorite. T10 is cake. T12, but only because your progress so slowly through the life bar. I kind of want to try it just to see, just for funsies, to see how bad I get my ass kicked. Next one you got 3, so made up for it. Gotcha. Gotta catch a fish in Skazglin and Hawazar. Can knock that out quick. Can't defeat Torment 8 Lilith for Season Quest. Do you have advice? So, Lilith is a funny one. It's really about learning the dance. Like, you have to have enough damage, but it's all about positioning. Let me see. It's been a while since I've done the fight. Are you struggling on Phase 1 or Phase 2? The red waves? Yeah. So... they are tough, and they're fast. My best advice. So this is Torment 10. I haven't done it on Torment 10, so I have no idea how this is gonna go. I want to kill her. Okay, so I usually stand like towards the bottom here, because then you can pretty clearly see where the waves are coming from. And it's pretty easy to dodge them. The hell is that? I haven't seen that like that before. Is that new? keep walking out. What a big dummy. Oh, shit. Walked right into it. Oh. Seems like it's new. You've never seen that before? Yeah, I've never seen that before either. Simply sit outside in the damage since it was tankable? Oh, dang. Ah, wrong way. What? What the hell? Okay, well, I'm glad I had Flame Shield there. Still gonna kill me, though. Maybe not. Maybe not. Where was this safe spot on the floor there? That was weird. I'll take a 2GA.
Not even death can
Green shirt! True. Okay. This is not gonna go well. Okay, actually, let's try Lilith on T12 first, and then I'll try Mephisto. Is Sorcerer's dead now after the nerf? No. It still does just fine. Like, it's a little weaker, but you can still do trillions if you're geared well enough. And it's gonna be fixed next week. Why do my lightning balls not go around me? Because I don't have Orbital on. Is Sork fun yet? Sork's been fun since day one, mister. But yeah, so the going around you thing is this node right here. That's Orbital. But I'm using Attraction instead. Yep, the T12 version's pretty tanky. Holy moly. Is it better to do Attraction over Orbital? Just different play styles. It depends if you want to like get up close and personal or if you want to be casting more from a distance. Shit. Yeah, I'm not ready for T12. Yeah, most people like the Orbital version, and I think for speed farming, I think Orbital's better because you can just kind of dash through everything. But when I was using the Attraction for Mephisto because I didn't want to be up close. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Barb now. You like the new skill tree? I really do too. Do flawless mechanics and you're ready? Maybe, maybe. What's better, Barber, Sork? Whatever you enjoy. How many characters? This season I have 3 so far. I have Warlock, Sorceress, Barbarian. But I plan on doing all of them. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Where... what's the top you've had at the same time? In Season 4, I leveled 1 of everything. And if I remember right, that was when things were still level 100, right? They didn't change that till 6, I think. So I leveled every class to 100 that season. Alright, Nightmare Dungeon. I kind of preferred when it was just 1 to 100 because I liked having every character having separate progression. The whole getting to 70 and then having 200 Paragon points to spend. I know a lot of people like it because it's like cheating. You just get to like have like characters crazy high leveled right away. But I personally wish that we had the option to choose between them. Go ahead and take on Mephisto T2. I don't think so. I think I'm good on that. How do I have 400,000 toughness? I have 1.8 million right now. $2.8 million? What up, Heather? How you doing? Am I using max life? Yeah. I'm not doing the immortal stuff. Not yet, anyways. Why does it change depending on what you're using? So it changes just based on the buffs that you have in combat and stuff. Am I against using Whisper Caches on alts? I'm not against it. I don't do it personally because I like leveling my characters, but if other people want to do it, I don't mind at all. You salvaged a ring you needed? Oh no. What kind of ring? How do I have unlimited rage? I mean, it's not technically unlimited, but it's mostly because buttons are hard. So we do. What did I have? Fury gain here. I think that was a big part of it. Also, I think one of my rune words. I don't remember. But Fury gain on the shouts adds a lot because it's like as you keep moving. Oh, I think it was one of my Paragon boards actually. Don't forget to like the stream. Yeah, smash that button over and over and over. But yeah, there's a node somewhere that says like for like as long as you keep moving so many yards or whatever, you regain Fury. Maybe it's one of my aspects. So yeah, I just keep moving. What up, Anthony? It was legendary, but had aspect you needed. You just need a legendary ring so you can fix it. Gotcha. That should be a pretty easy fix, but it is always a bummer when you accidentally salvage something that you don't mean to. You gotta make sure you favorite that thing. I'm so bad at remembering like all the little intricacies of which pieces of my gear are to do which specific thing and stuff. I hate getting old. My memory is gone to shit. Stay young, kids. Stay young. Don't do drugs. Wait, I didn't do that. Oh, he dancing. Can you carry 4 people in Mephisto T12 with your barb ready? No, my barb is not strong enough to do anything like that. Which whirlwind? This is just my own build. I haven't been using any of the meta builds this season. I've been trying to put together my own builds, but I'm sure there's much stronger out there. Hi, son. I started 2 days ago on Barb. You can do T11 and you're not stopping until you can do T12. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm using this season as kind of like a learning opportunity. I'm trying to make all of my own builds without looking stuff up and trying to kind of learn the theory crafting, but I'm sure there's much stronger out there. You're a new player? Welcome. Welcome to Sanctuary. Get out of the melty stuff. What is this? Oh. Your first season, 1 weekend, you're addicted. It's Diablo games can be an addiction for sure. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, but enjoy it. It's a fun game. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. I remember falling in love with Diablo 2 back in high school, and oh man, the addiction. Oh man. I failed so many classes back in early college. It was not good. Link to build. I have a link in my bio with a link to all of my builds. But I will say, there are better builds out there. I'm a noob build maker, but I'm trying. And if you're looking at it and you're like, this is decent, but it could be better, feel free to throw tips at me. But I'm trying to wing it, trying to put stuff together that feels decent. And generally, I'm gonna be against like the super cheap like tactics to make builds like absolutely godlike. Like if it feels like it's abusing game mechanics, anyways. You like Diablo, but PoE 2 has your heart so far. I'm excited for the new PoE 2 League. I was actually playing PoE 2 this morning just to kind of like de-rust myself because I haven't played it since the beginning of the last league. All right. Hello T12, however, I do not want to hang out there. It's a little scary, but you made it, so, that's half the battle. View. Alright, another nightmare dungeon. Bet. Champion's Demise. So what are you thinking about League starting for 0.5? I'm curious when/if they're gonna release updated passive trees and all that stuff before the League launches. Because I am interested. Also, I'm debating if I want to do D2R next weekend. Because that has a new season starting also. How to make Whirlwind stronger? You just got the DLC, you heard it helps. So for if you're looking to have the strongest bar build, I would recommend looking into Cliptus's build on Mobalytics. I'm making my own, but I know his are going to be better than mine. But I'm on a mission this season to make all of my own builds and try to get them as far as I can within a couple days because I want to play all of them. But this one feels good in Torment 9, and I can get by in Torment 10, but it's a little slow. There is one node that is a very clear damage upgrade for this build, but it makes it to where my Fury runs out much faster, so I'm staying away from it for now. You tried Whirlwind, but you're stuck on Minion Barb. So much fun. Are you doing the Brobarian? You can hire mercenaries in Barter and Temis. Yeah, that's new. Yep, I didn't realize that for the first week and a half, so you're definitely not an idiot. But yeah, they're all just kind of standing right there. I'm like, oh shit, how did I not notice you? Like, I noticed the bartering chick, but I didn't realize the other mercenaries standing around. Yeah, there's really not any reason to not use Temis at this point. Like, everything is there. You know? It's the first instance, pay to win. Don't have the expansion, you don't get Temis, pay to win. You're doing charge minion? Interesting, interesting. Can I show my equipment? Yeah, let me finish this dungeon. Remind me when I finish the dungeon. This isn't Sork? It's not. I haven't been playing Sork in a couple days. Silly goose. You wish Temis had a night mode? Yeah. I've, like, I don't think I've ever heard people ask about that in other cities because they're generally much darker, but I've heard that feedback a lot with Temis, so maybe, just maybe. Like, it would be cool if just the game in general had day-night cycles, right? Like, where anywhere you go, like, if it's nighttime, it's nighttime. If it's daytime, it's daytime. Hell, have, like, weather systems and stuff. Make it rain. Just had balls? Oh, yeah, we were practicing on the Sork for a minute, but yeah. Today's a barb day. It is very bright. It is very bright. I should Photoshop a night mode and send it to him and be like, hey, let's make it look like this. It is funny. Like when you watch movies that are like have nighttime scenes, almost always they're shot during the day and then just color corrected to look like night. New Sork's fun AF, just saying. Yeah. Sork is definitely my favorite. I was wondering if the Warlock was going to give it a run for its money, but I'm pretty sure I'm still a Sork main. But I do like my barbs, too. Be zipping around? Yeah. I might try to make another Sork this season also, depending on how much time I have. It is a short season though, so I don't want to overcommit. I'm so ready to find out what season 14 is going to look like, because like getting new stuff on top of all these new things is just going to be wild. I would kind of love if they did a season where they didn't announce it. They just dropped the season and let everybody figure it out on their own. Yeah, I think I'm going to do PoE 2. I know the other day I said I didn't think I was going to do it on stream, but I think I'm going to. At least the first weekend. And then we'll see. But I do find that when new PoE leagues do come out, generally I have more fun playing it off stream than I do on stream. I like playing it on stream, but I enjoy it more when I can stop and think about things, and I don't like doing that on stream. PoE 2 is too much for your brain. I get that. I do. My advice for that is try to just focus on like what's right in front of you. Don't worry about the big picture. Don't worry about, perfecting your entire tree or whatever. Just look at the nodes around you. Look at the gear as it comes. Don't try to figure out everything all at once. We have weather in Scotland. It can rain. True. In some areas it can. But I wish it was like more of like a universal thing, or like you could actually like follow the weather system, like from Scotland down in Fractured Peaks or whatever, like just make it feel like an actual world. And like if like one area is rainy, like the next area like nearby can be like more like overcast or whatever. But I don't know. It could be neat. Following a build can help. Yeah. If you're new to PoE, following builds can definitely help. Make sure you find a build guide that you vibe with, right? Like that it's easy to follow. You can understand it easily, because some people make better guides than other people. Some people are naturally teachers. Other people are just blasters. In Diablo 4, you smash everything in your way. In PoE 2, you need to think too much. That is fair. You just saved up a bunch of reroll scrolls to go for a GA and then hit it on your first try. Hell yeah. Now you got more for the next one. Beep, beep. I do need better gores. I mean, both of my uniques I need better of. I need a chest. Actually, I think yeah, that's a pretty good one there, but maybe we can get better. Barb been good? Barb's been fun. PoE makes crafting overly complicated. So, I will say the cube here feels a little bit like a light version of PoE crafting, and I love it. PoE is definitely a little overcomplicated, and this upcoming season they're making it even more complicated, so that's fun. But the thing about that is you don't have to do it. It's there if you want to, and you can find guides that make it easier for you if you're trying to make like specific things. Got a 5 GA gores, but stats are bad. You don't like random stats and uniques. So I have mixed feelings. Like, in my opinion, some of the stats should be fixed, and some of them can be random. Like, I don't think that if you're getting like gores that is focused on Whirlwind, you shouldn't be able to get plus to some other core skill, right? Like you shouldn't get +5 to double swing or whatever. I mean, double swing might be okay, but like rend maybe. I don't know. What would you not use with Whirlwind? Upheaval? I don't know. Like that feels weird. But I think like getting physical damage versus vulnerable damage, like I think stuff like that would be fine. I do like that it adds more chase to the itemization hunt to get those perfect items. But I think it needs to be within limits. I think the stats should at least make sense for the gear. So I do hope that they find a happy medium between the two. For Diablo filters, if I'm on console, do I just copy it or can you import it? So, unfortunately, they did not add any kind of import functionality for consoles. But on DiabloFilter.com, hey, look at that guy. That's me right there. I did make it to where if you find a filter that you like, so like this one for example, you can click on this Show Rules button, and it will show you every single rule, every single line of the rule. So if you want to recreate it, you can. Pain in the ass, but it's really the best option that I could think of. So I did build that on this site for you guys. Hopefully, eventually they add an actual import feature. What is Diablo Filter? Oh. Diablo Filter is a community hub for Diablo loot filters. We give players a place to create, share, discover, and download custom loot filters for Diablo 4 and Diablo 2 Resurrected, completely free. Loot filters are the difference between a cluttered screen and a clean, efficient farming experience. Diablo Filter makes it easy to browse, download and apply, create and share. Anyways. Is it DiabloFilter.com? All right, let me take my sales hat off. In-game filter is the same. So the in-game filter, like on console, if you go into gameplay here, you can turn on Enable Loot Filter shortcut on the game menu, or you can just click this open button here. And it, like you would have to make all the rules here manually for yourself. There's on PC there's this import button, but on console that doesn't exist, so you'd have to remake it yourself. Skipping all of your comments, I was literally responding to your comments when you said that. Anyways. I was literally explaining that you can recreate it based on the rules. But yeah, Real Nerd did build that site. What's up, Rogue 9 Jaw? How you doing? We need time. Are some people so used to streamers like not reading their comments that they just assume that they're not even when they are? I'm confusion. The video you put out was very helpful. Hell yeah. The video is doing okay now, but when I first put it out, it was getting like no views. I'm like, do people not care about this at all? A lot of TikTok streamers do love ignoring chats. I feel like most TikTok streamers don't even have their chat up for TikTok. Like they focus on Twitch only, and the other platforms are just there in case people want to watch, but they have no intention of ever responding, and that sucks. I do my best to try to respond to as many people as I can. Sometimes I will miss them. I'm human, but I do my best. You're gonna make me blush. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Thank you for the rose. Did somebody hear something? Thank you for the heart me.
Oh.
Thank you for the follow. Sounds like somebody's trying to say something, but I can't make it out. All I hear is Do not ever do that. Was it loud? My bad. You've had stabbed your eye with your mascara? I mean, I don't recommend makeuping and rizzing at the same time. Or eating, for that matter. Is this Man of Horses? Yeah. Well, it was. They're gone now. The whole flock of horses. A shard of hope? Thank you for the shard of hope. I needed that. I've never seen that gift before. You like a nap? Same. Thought it looked cool? Okay, I appreciate it. I could go for a nap. Chat, you want to take a group nap together? We can all cuddle. A big cuddle puddle with chat. Dibs on in the middle. What? Using my Carnage build for your Warlock? How's that going? Please no? Uh-oh. So much spinning? Yeah, I know. I'm going to make you barf, huh? Yeah, I will say the Carnage build was fun. For me, it did kind of top out at Torment 10, but I haven't gone back to it. I could probably make it a little better, but for now it's good.
I forgive you, child.
Maybe I'll revisit that at some point soon. Try to polish it up a little bit. Take a nap with the butcher, fresh meat. Hell yeah. Alright. Wendigo brand. Have I tried the 7-Up Ghost? I actually ordered some on Amazon. It'll be here on Sunday. I'm waiting to try it. I'm guessing it's just going to taste like 7-Up, but I'm good with that. Because my energy drink stash is almost empty. Yeah, I think I'll enjoy it as well. I'm still going to, like, every time that they post about new flavors, I'm going to say, you guys need to make a Surge flavor. But until then, Barb's almost hitting trillions, and hell yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to work on my Warlock build guide this weekend. Try to make it better. Because I know it could be better. Although I will say, Woody put out a build similar to it. It's a little different, but it's similar. And he said that it destroys T12 bosses, but it's not as good as clearing. And I felt like my version was kind of the opposite. It was good at clearing, but it struggled on bosses. So maybe we can figure out some way to find a middle version that's good at both. Remember Jolt Cola? Yeah. Oh, I don't have it here. I actually have Jolt root beer in my fridge. I think, actually, I might have drank the last one. But it's like, I don't think it's actually the same company, but it's branded as Jolt root beer. I would like to take a nap with you. However, since you invited me, you would have to pay for your expenses. Shit. I can't help you there. You feel stuck. Your damage is plateauing at like 10 to 20 billion. You can't get it higher. You don't know what else to push yourself into 100 billions. What kind of class are you doing? Or what class are you, what kind of build? Your buddy's Barb deletes T12 bosses? Yeah. I'm slowly working on mine. We're getting it there, but... But yeah, I've been actively avoiding the meta. Oh, you're doing Command Fallen? Whose build are you following, like the Maxwell build? I wonder if there's a better, like a stronger version. Oh, it is homebrew? Okay. That probably explains it. Ship you off to Psychosa then? I don't think I have that, what's the word there? I don't think I, okay, yeah. She says no. I don't have the authority to do that. I am a hermit. Yeah, same. Gotta get them gem effects transfigure. That's what pushed Barbie into higher trillions. That's true. That is a big part of it. Hermit crab? Maybe. Okay. What class am I running? I'm on a barbarian. You don't like anyone? Anyone? Rude. Okay, we got a boss to do. And Dariel. You like your cats? That's fair. I like your cats too. I haven't met them, but I assume I would like them. And what's his face? You temper demonology damage on like all your offensive gear, should you not? So the trick with that is you want to kind of get a good mix of all of your damage types. Like, because if they have like different multiplicative buckets or whatever. I'm not the best person to explain this, but if it's boxes, it's boxes. So if you're doing demonology damage, so let's say you do a lot of demonology damage, you got to think of it as like a box. So like all your other stats are very skinny boxes, or very like each dimension is part of the box. Whereas if you get like demonology damage and hellfire damage and vulnerable damage, you make a much bigger box. And there's more damage in this box than in this box. Something like that. Not sure that they're boxes. They're boxes. Hold on. Let me find a better find a better video. Oh, he has too many videos.
Hello, everyone. Me.
There you go. That should help. He's much smarter. He's much smarter. Where's the Jack in the Box? I ate it. They have delicious tacos. You watched that yesterday? Oh, okay. It's too much of a grind? Nah. And the season's not even that old yet. Like, how fast do you want to be geared up? You're Paragon 71 right now with the Apocalypse Warlock build. What's the best way to start getting the gear you want? Because you're constantly dying trying to grind for the gear. Kind of plateaued. So if you're dying a lot, bring your difficulty back down one. Because if you stay alive, you're going to farm a lot more gear than if you're constantly dying, right? But leveling up the Paragon Glyphs is a good place to start to get more power. Did you just leave the fight? Did Andy literally just leave the fight? You don't enjoy their tacos that much? Oh, man. She literally left. Bro. Report it? Oh, I will. Oh, I will. At least you don't lose anything. True. Did Andy literally just leave the fight? You don't enjoy their tacos that much? Oh, man. She literally left. Bro. And clip. Did Andy literally just leave the fight? Okay. 71 right now with you. Name is unavailable. Hi. I don't know who you are. Hi. Apocalypse Warlock build. What's the best way to start getting the gear you want because you're constantly dying trying to grind for the gear? Kind of plateaued. So if you're dying a lot, bring your difficulty back down one. Because if you stay alive, you're going to farm a lot more gear than if you're constantly dying. Where did she leave? I'm getting dizzy watching this. But leveling up the Paragon Glyphs is a good place to start to get more power. And whoop. So, like there. Paragon Glyphs is a good place to start to get more power. Did you just leave the fight? Hope no one plays this character while drinking. Leave the fight. Wait, what happened? You don't enjoy their tacos that much? Oh, man. What's up, Jake? Oh, the spin to it. Yeah, yeah. She literally left. Why did that message? Oh, never mind. Bro. Okay. Paragon Glyphs is a good place to start. Didn't want to deal with the smoke? I guess not. Thank you for sharing the stream. 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 How'd you share it 5 times? Did Andy literally just leave the fight? Copy link. And... You don't enjoy their tacos. Okay. Talking about tacos and shit. You got both DLC. How do you play Vessel before you do Lord of Hatred? When you're creating your character, in the top, somewhere during the character creation screen, it'll prompt you which campaign state you want to start in. So you'll just choose to start with the Vessel of Hatred campaign. 5 people need to know about this stream. Can you not share the same link with 5 people? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever shared a live stream. I don't know how they work. But hey, I appreciate it. I never thought of that. Then again, I don't know if that would make like a group message or whatever, and I don't want my friends to talk to each other. They'd be like, who are you, weirdos? Hope you're enjoying the day. You deserve it. I'm your favorite. Hell yeah. I appreciate that. I'm having a great day. Hope you are too. Okay, we got it that time. She definitely has a very animated death sequence. Is that a custom pillow? Yeah!
They were nothing. Did you truly think all of this would be that easy?
Oh, we got a Belial too.
There is no escape.
Love the green light. Can you change it to whatever, like purple? Yeah, so that's one of my Twitch channel point rewards. You can change the colors of the lights.
Your futile struggles only fuel my rage.
And now that I've said that, I have a feeling somebody's going to end up doing it. There it is.
You think you've won? This is just the beginning.
Tell him you said thanks? Hell yeah. Hey, Timmy, Joel says thanks. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Emblem of Stall Break. I do wonder if that would be worth running. Am I from the? Yeah, I'm in California. Born in Michigan, live in California. Bow, bow, bow. Whenever you take on Andy and she's going down, I'm like, ma'am, please hurry the fuck up. I have other things to do than watch your long death animation. Yeah. You're from Illinois? I have a friend who lives in Illinois. I don't know exactly where. I've never been though.
Back to it then.
Alright. Give me the loot. Ooh. It's gloves. I can't use gloves because I need my gores. Oh, those are nice too. Shit. I'm not missing out on anything. I mean, I hear you guys have good hot dogs. Other than government corruption. Oh, don't worry, that's everywhere. I'm not missing out on that. Am I a Michigan fan? I'm not a sports guy, if that's what you mean. Although I was a bandwagon Pistons and Red Wings fan back in the day, but I'm not a sports guy. Good hot dogs, yeah, hell yeah. At what tournament level do you stop getting magic and rares? Never. The reason is because those are useful for crafting now, and they added a loot filter to the game. So if you don't want to see them, you can just filter them out yourself. Pistons are the #1 seed in the NBA. Really? Huh. I feel like they were always either really good or really average. But yeah, I've never been a big sports guy. The only sport I've ever really followed is pro wrestling. How'd you make those legendary gloves? I didn't make them, I found them. They were in my War Plans cache. Hell yeah, Undertaker? Yeah, whenever I get a sub on Twitch, my lights go off and it plays the Undertaker gong sound. A
sound strategy.
That was your favorite? Yeah, he was always one of my favorites as well. Alright, now we gotta do Duriel? Alright, bet. The power of the urn. I miss Paul Bearer. That guy was the best. I was terrified of the Undertaker as a kid. Can magic and rares become ancestral? Yes. Yep. Yeah, they made it to where they can actually be ancestral now because they're good as crafting bases to use in the Herodric Cube. So once you're into endgame, even white items can become ancestral, and those can be upgraded into uniques.
Move.
Thank you for the follows, appreciate it. But yeah, the cube does a lot, and it's pretty cool. And if you don't want to interact with it, you don't have to, but it is definitely a powerful system to make decent gear godly gear. Or you can brick it and make it completely garbage. But it's RNG in an RNG game. You only saw white to uniques. Yeah, so white can go to uniques, but then if you use blues or yellows, you can add affixes. And if you use tuning prisms, you can kind of customize. Like you can say, like, I want it to be an offensive aspect, or I want it to be defensive, or utility, or core skills, or whatever. So you can kind of target what you want, and you're not guaranteed to get it. But then you can do like a reroll affix, and use like you can use the chaotic one or the focused, and like you can either keep it in the same category or change it to a different category. And every time it's always random, but there's only so many in each category, so it's pretty easy to get decent stuff. What's the highest rank you've seen on a single skill? I want to say I've seen one at like 52, but I'm not sure. So they have a chance to become ancestral when becoming legendary. So no, when they drop, they have to be ancestral already. So like you can find like a white ancestral item. Do I have any? No. But like these yellows are ancestral. Like they came with 2 greater affixes on them. That's how it dropped. And now I can add affixes in the cube or at the enchanter. I guess at the enchanter you can reroll. So I could add one more. No, that has all 4. Never mind. I'm not used to the weapon damage on there because that's new. So this has my 4 affixes. It has 2 GAs. I could upgrade it to a legendary and reroll it. I'm a greater affix. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, like sometimes you'll get like a yellow with, I guess I don't have one on me, that'll only have like 3 affixes on it. And then you can add one in the cube. And then you can, so you could, at the enchanter, you've always been able to, at the occultist, words are hard. At the occultist, you've always been able to turn a yellow into a legendary by adding your aspect. But now you can do it at the cube if you want to, and do it like upgrade to legendary, and that'll give you a random one, which could be one that you don't already have. And if that's the case, then you can, use that for your Codex of Power. And if you get one that you don't need, then you can still replace it at the occultist. Why is the name in red? If you see a red name, like that one, that's because it's part of my loot filter. So I made it to where if there's 4 good stats on an item, and this has 4 generally good stats for a barbarian, it'll highlight it red. So that way when I see it on the ground, I'm like, oh, okay, that looks like something I should pick up. Why are the words red? Yeah, that's part of the loot filter. You'll also see like this one is pink. That means it's a Codex of Power upgrade. You can customize the colors to anything you want in the loot filter. So this is my Codex of Power rule. You can see here that I chose the color and set it to pink. You can change it to whatever you want to. So if you wanted to have like baby blue or whatever, you can do that too. Loot filters are very powerful. Very powerful. Hope we get loot filters on the console. So for that, if you were here earlier, I talked about it. But so I have a website called DiabloFilter.com where people can share loot filters. That's me right there. People can share loot filters. And since console can't import them, I did make it to where because this is all you get. That's what PC players copy into their game. I put this filter rule section where you can click show rules, and it shows every single rule on the loot filter. So if you want to recreate it yourself, you can. It's a lot of work to do so, but it's all available there. And that was such a pain in the ass to set up, but I know that it'll be useful for some people, so I wanted to make sure I had it. So yeah, DiabloFilter.com. Shameless promotion. You're welcome. Do I have any more greater layer keys? I have 1. Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, it's not quite as easy as just importing like it is on PC, but it's the best we can do for now. I like turtles. Are you the I like turtles kid? I feel like you could be. I wish I was. D4 needs a turtle pet from fishing. That'd be sick. That's you? Nice. Oh. Belial's joined the fight.
There is no escape
I fucking love Muse. Anyways. Give me the loot! Give me the loot! I wanted a purple. I feel robbed. Fishing Murloc is a mythic drop? Just for fishing? Hmm. Saber of Sazgal. Darkstalker's Medallion. Casting a skill with two-handed bludgeoning, two-handed slashing, or dual weapon wield weapon grants 22.5% increased damage for 15 seconds. While all three bonuses are active, you gain 25. Interesting. You've never had a mythic drop? Never, ever, ever? Not even one? Not a single one? Damn. Boop, boop. Alright, that's kind of wild. This season seems like a good season to get them. Yeah, Undercity is ripe with mythics this season. I want to know so badly, assuming this wasn't the final expansion for this game, what is this game going to look like 3 years from now? Because, like, just in the last 6 months, they've done some really good stuff. And I can't wait to see, now that they're on this, like, positive momentum, what it's going to look like. Are we going to get more expansions? What are the new seasons going to bring? Look how D3 developed. I know, right? And like, I feel like this game has pretty much everything that D3 had at this point, with the exception of Rebirth, I guess, and SSF, which they've already said is coming. Personally, I think the cube also makes it easier to get mythics because you can craft the tributes yourself. True. Yep. In the first half of that statement, I'm like, wait, you can make mythics in the cube, and then, yep, upgrading the tributes. Yeah, absolutely. Can't fathom how they could top this expansion or how they could develop new core mechanics. I mean, I hope that they got some tricks up their sleeves still. I mean, honestly, they could borrow a lot of inspiration from other games in the genre or other games in general. Like, PoE's done a good job at, like, looking at other games and figuring out how can we make that work in an ARPG. Like, they've done battle royals, they've done tower defense games, like, they've done all kinds of stuff. And if Diablo started doing stuff like that too, like, I've always thought Infernal Hordes needs to feel more like Vampire Survivors. That would be so much fun. Just let it get completely overpowered and broken and silly. Because, like, you don't leave with the power, so that could be cool. And, like, how we used to have, like, all the tempers that says, like, you know, your attacks trigger twice or whatever. Like, now that those are gone, they can easily make those, like, buffs that you can get while you're in Infernal Hordes. And maybe take it a step further, like, upgrade it again, and you can do, like, double the double, so quadruple. They should have done more lore on Inarius and Lilith. Maybe. I mean, they still potentially could, maybe? I don't know. The skill tree rework felt nice, but wish they would have had done a little more when it comes to skills. I think that the way that they set it up now, it would be easier to add more to it. Like in the past, when it was kind of convoluted between all the skills and the core and the passives, it was harder to add stuff because you had to balance everything. But now that it's just skill variants, they could very easily add more branches to all the skills, add more skills in general. So I could definitely see them adding more over time. But I feel like it was a really good start. Like, that was one of the things that Zavana talked about at one point is like they wanted to upgrade all of the systems in the game to make it to where they were easy to add, to build upon. Because like the way that things were initially designed, they weren't super easy to build on. So like a lot of the revamps that we've been seeing to the different systems have been kind of focused on that specifically to make the game more adaptable in the long term, which I think is great. I think a lot of games have thrown lore to the side. I feel like, I mean, looking at Lothburger's YouTube and all his videos about the lore, it seems like they did a pretty good job covering lore with this expansion. I'm not a lore guy, so I personally don't care a whole lot about it, but I know people who do like the lore have been eating good. Maybe not about that specific lore, but lore in general. Apex Legends used to have good lore, but now it seems like the lore team is in the broom closet. Are they still updating that game? I haven't heard about Apex Legends in a hot minute. I feel like the story lacked the aspect of the lore leading up to the fight with Mephisto. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. You want to know more about the Eternal Conflict? What's the end game of the Primevals? I think that that's still a thing that we're going to find out more about. Like, I have to assume we're still getting more expansions with this game. I think we're going to get Bale next, and I think we're going to get Diablo not too long after. My gut says we're going to get like 3 more expansions. We'll find out in about 4 months if we're getting another expansion, I think. I don't think we'll get very many details, but I think if we're going to get another expansion, they'll probably tease it at BlizzCon.
That's it for that piece.
Oh, what did PoE just tweet out? I guess it was 45 minutes ago. At Ziri's Temple, staying in Path of Exile 2 is a core mechanic when the Return of the Ancients launches on May 29th. Find out details in this news post. Oh, that's long. Alright, we're gonna have to read that later. Okay. But yeah, this game is definitely in the best state that it's been in a long time, and it would be a shame if they don't continue to build on it. That said, there's a real possibility we could get Diablo 5 teased instead. But I just can't imagine that they would just move on and not do Diablo in Diablo 4. Rumor that 2027 is supposed to be another expansion, but nothing confirmed. So, my gut says that, like, the gap between Vessel of Hatred and Lord of Hatred was about 1.5 years. So the fact that we got it in April, I would say October, November of next year feels very realistic. It would be late next year, but yeah. You doubt that we will play with our tune, the one who defeated Lilith and Mephisto, and there's a good indicator for that in a side quest. Maybe. I'm not working today. No, I got off work 5 hours ago. Is there an end date for the season? Yep. Well, not officially, but if you go to the season page, this one ends in 45 days. So I believe that lines up to be the next season would probably start June 30th. Probably. But yeah, so I'm thinking this year at BlizzCon, we're probably going to get the most basic of teases for a future expansion. Very similar to the original Nahantu flyover that we got at BlizzCon 2023. And I'm thinking October, November of next year feels like a very good place for expansion 3. Which would be shortly after BlizzCon, so they could do their final reveal there. That's so soon? For the season or for the next expansion that I was teasing? What do I do for work? I do graphic design and animations for TV stations across the country. You're only Paragon 240? I'm only 233. But, you know, 300 is not a requirement. It's just an option. Just have fun. All right. In the process of trying to find gear on the Immortal Barb. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I might try that at some point, but for now I'm just trying to do just a normal chill whirlwind build. I'm pretty sure I have all the stuff that I don't have a full set of no life gear, but I do have the Selig and the Endurant Faith or whatever. You got a 2GA Selig? Nice. Feel as though there's no reason for them to go to Diablo 5 yet. Graphics are still holding up. I agree. Especially with the sentiment around the game currently. Like, people are viewing it pretty positively right now, so it would be kind of a shame to just be, oh, we finally got it into a good place. All right, time to abandon it and make a new game. Game takes no skill. I feel like if you didn't have access to guides and you were just given the game without internet and said, here you go kill tier 12 Mephisto, I bet you would disagree. Hey, Path of Exile 2 is great, but this game's gotten a lot better. But there are plenty of people who would say that Path of Exile 2 takes 0 skill. Really just depends on how wired in you are to that game. Sell it to you? Nah, I don't wanna. That's not my job. Top of all that, history tells us approximately 12 years between Diablo games for the last 3. Game's objectively easy. Yeah, PoE 1 is PoE is definitely a more difficult game. I'm not saying that Diablo's, as complicated as PoE. What I'm saying though is that there are people out there who feel like PoE is a very easy game. I don't agree with that, but a lot of people do. I think both games are fun. Both games can present a challenge, but if you just go online and look up the meta builds, yeah, you're gonna blast stuff and have no challenge. But if you're not looking stuff up and you're just figuring it out on your own, it's gonna take a little skill. So currently, I am just farming. I'm not doing anything scary. But if I went and fought Mephisto, he would tear my shit up. I'm intentionally just farming right now so I can talk to chat. So I'm farming on an easier difficulty. Oh, you want it? All right. Oh, my button's still not working. Never mind. I was gonna do it. Talking about Diablo 5. Anytime in the next 5 years, probably a waste of time. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that there's a good chance they're probably at least thinking about it, maybe starting early work on it. But yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing it anytime soon. How do I keep my fury up? I was trying to remember exactly what node it was. So this definitely helps. For every 3 meters traveled while Rallying Cry is active, restore 2 primary resource. So that definitely helps. Not being salty, just constructive. I'm not sure how it's constructive. Is this kind of gameplay fun to you? Not asking in a judgmental way, but when I build like this where you hold one button. So I don't normally play Whirlwind, but they made big changes to Whirlwind this season, so I wanted to try it. Usually when I play Barb, I do like a lunging strike twister Barb. But I just wanted to mix it up because I haven't played Whirlwind since like season 0. I like it sometimes. I couldn't do it all the time though. But this season I've already done a Warlock, I've already done a Sorceress, so I wanted to do something different. If you haven't played D4 since launch, if you you still own it, so I would say try it. The game's changed a lot. If you are coming from the PoE side, you might not like it. It feels a lot more like Diablo 3 than it used to, and some people don't like that at all. But I feel like the game has improved significantly since launch. They nerfed Whirlwind hard after launch, so you quit playing until the season. Yeah, a lot of people quit in season 1. Season 1 was pretty bad. Was there anything else that I did? Oh yeah, this also has Fury Generation, so both of those have it. Fury Gain and Fury Generation. Do you know where to farm Scrolls of Restoration? Infernal Hordes is probably the best place. D4 good? D4 a lot better than it's ever been. You just started playing the game without the help of a guide, but this looks insane. So this is the first season that I have not used guides, and it feels pretty good. In the past, I've always been a guide follower. Sometimes I would make little modifications to the guide to make it feel a little more my own, but usually I would just follow them verbatim. This season, because everything's new and the skill tree system was changed significantly, it felt more accessible to make your own build, so I wanted to try doing that. Warrior or Paladin or Mage or Warlock. Mage isn't in the game. We have a Sorceress. Sorceress is my favorite class. Sorcerer, Sorceress. Paladins are probably the weakest class this season. Barbarian, not Warrior, but Barbarian's a lot of fun. Warlock's a lot of fun. Warlock is the new kid on the block. He's a lot of fun. A little clunky low level, but it does get better once you get your build put together. Has some cool stuff in his kit. Although, I will say, as far as visibility on screen, the Warlock is a lot going on, so it's a little hard. Might have Qualkek. Qualkek reference in D4. I didn't realize that was a thing. The Mighty Throw. Okay, Qualkek was the mercenary dude in Diablo 2 in Act 5. What about Druid? Druid's another one that's slow early on, but becomes very powerful late game. I haven't played it this season, but I definitely am excited to because Druid's one of my favorite classes. How's Spiritborn this season? I don't think I've seen a single Spiritborn this season, so I don't really know. I'm expecting that they're going to be decent. I know they were doing really well on the leaderboards. I'm not sure if they still are. Please don't ban me. But for me, I like Diablo 4. But did I play Path of Exile? I did the Path of Exile. I bought one of their launch supporter packs, and I've played every single league since then. I've also personally done paid advertisement for them, so that was fun. One of my very first sponsorship deals. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I love PoE 2. I love PoE and PoE 2. I prefer PoE 2. I know a lot of people like PoE 1 better. I just like the more modern feel of PoE 2, although I fully acknowledge that PoE 1 has way more content. How is the game? Path of Exile is great. And it is fully releasing later this year, so you will be able to play it completely for free if you don't already own it. What season is this now? For Diablo, this is Season 13. Season 7 through 10 was your stale point. Season 4 was your most active season. So Season 7 is actually one of my favorites. That was the season of Witchcraft. I thought it was really good. That was around the same time, though, that PoE 2 first came out, so a lot of people didn't play it. But Season 7 was great. And then 10 and 11 were bangers. 8 and 9, not a big fan of. 12, not a big fan of. But 7, 10, and 11 were really good. I think 11 might have been my favorite. That was the Sanctification season. A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was fantastic. Alright. Wait, what is this? A grand amount of runes, bet. Love the old school Coheed? Yeah. You didn't like 12, but 11 was fun? Yeah, 12, the Butcher season, kind of sucked. Season 7, there was no shortage of materials or gold. Yeah, Season 7, there was so many things in Season 7. So there was the witchcraft stuff. There was the headhunts, which was like, that was when they were still doing the seasonal Helltide things. So we had that, but we had the occult gems, and there was the, what were the other things called? Diablo 4 Season 7. There was like the witchcraft powers, the different coven factions. It was all about the Tree of Whispers, which was fun. 10 was your Chaos Armor? Trying to find a list of all the features for Season 7, but not finding it. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so there was the witchcraft powers, the cult gems, the headhunts. That's when they added the armory and a bunch of QOL stuff. Choose armor and stealing boss power. Yeah, so the chaos armor was great. The boss powers I didn't care about. But boss power, wasn't that 9? I think boss powers was 9. Okay, what are we doing? Okay. Undercity. 9 was your least favorite? I think 8 was my least favorite. That was the apparition incursions. No, that was built. That was stealing the boss powers, I think. I think 9 was when we made our own powers. I don't know. I can't remember which was which between 8 and 9. But yeah, the boss powers I didn't like. The apparition incursion season was brutal. I struggled to play for a week that season. Alright. Oh! Somebody asked me a while ago to show my gear, and I totally forgot. Are you still here? Whatever season was stealing boss powers was your least favorite? Yeah. Yeah. I think that was 8. It might have been 9. Why ChatGPT says best class is Warlock and Paladin this season? Because ChatGPT doesn't play the game. Those are the new classes this season. I mean, technically Paladin's been around, but they are the new classes for this expansion. You want to start Barb? What's a good leveling build? I did Whirlwind from the beginning, but I will say it was kind of a slog until about level 15. Until I got the Whirlwind Tornado node, which is when I start sending out the twisters, and my power immediately spiked. ChatGPT says they're S tier. Yeah, I would not take advice from AI for like what class to play on any given season. I would, if you're looking for that, I would go to like Maxroll or Mobalytics or D4 builds and look at one of their tier lists. You'll get a much better picture. You're downloading Diablo 4. Give me 3 classes right now. So my top 3: Sorceress number 1, Barbarian number 2, I don't know what I would put at number 3 actually. Didn't I try to let AI make my build one time? I talked about wanting to do it for a video, but I never did. That said, like, I feel like if you just went to AI and you're like, hey, give me a build guide for this class, it would spit something out. It would be terrible. But if you actually took the time to give it all of the information that it needed to actually do the math and calculate it, I would not be surprised if it could come up with something at least decent. Is this the overpower? No, this is just my own homebrewed Whirlwind build. I haven't looked into any build guides or metas or anything. I'm just winging it. But GTO love. When you play like RPGs and stuff, what kind of classes do you usually like playing in games? We spinning. Yeah, we are. Hey, thanks for the alert. How many hours you play this season now? So I wish that it told me how many hours I have on the entire account, not just the character. But on this character alone, which is my least played character so far this season, I have 18 hours. I'm probably at 30 on my Sork and probably 50 to 60 on my Warlock. Maybe more. We can find out after this. I'm kind of curious. Why not Warlock anymore? Because I played it. I want to play every class this season, so I've been spending some time on each one and then moving on to the next once I feel like it's done all it's going to do. You're pushing 1,700 hours total, so I imagine you're pushing 4K. I mean, just on Twitch alone, I'm probably pushing 2K, and I've definitely played a lot off stream as well. Actually, have I broken 2K on Twitch? Maybe, I'll have to check. Just got materials. Any good for Whirlwind? Probably. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be meta, but it would definitely be fun because you're like just shooting out the holy bolts the whole time. Safe to say you've gotten your money's worth, even buying Ultimate Editions. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. People always talk about how like the game's so expensive, but I'm like, okay, so the base game. Let's say we bought the Ultimate for all 3 expansions or whatever. So that's like what, $300? I think the base game was like $120, and the expansions were like $70 or something for the Ultimate Edition. So let's just call it $300 for simple math. And we've put in thousands and thousands of hours. I mean, considering a movie is what, like $25 nowadays, and that's 2 hours. Yeah. Got, oh, yeah, I already answered that one. Do.
You know death as intimately as I. This will be a good fight. I was created.
Okay. A pit. Heading to the armpit. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, right. I was going to check something. Oh, I was going to look at how many hours I had. Oh, well. Actually, I will look and see how many I have on Twitch. I have streamed Diablo 4 for 1.8k hours. Yeah, I would say 3 to 4 is probably a realistic assumption. I've definitely done more on stream than I've done off stream, but I've done a lot off stream also. Took a little break to put 300 in Animal Crossing. I have never played an Animal Crossing game. But if they ever put out a new one, I might have to jump in on that, because that could be fun. That could be funny on stream. You wish you were joking? A lot of people were super into that game. I still need to do my Hello Kitty Island Adventure stream. Also, this weekend, I'm thinking about possibly playing a different game for a single stream. Possibly. I know it's like blasphemy right now. But another game came out, and they sent me a copy of their game to try because they thought it would be a good fit, and I agreed. But it came out the same day as Lord of Hatred, so I'm like, well, it's gonna have to be on the back burner, but I definitely want to play it. Your daughter plays that, would be a shock to see you doing it. It'd be funny. I almost streamed Stardew Valley once last year. but then something else dropped like right before I was gonna do it, and so I pivoted. Wouldn't not be playing Diablo be the opposite of blasphemy? I see your point. Perhaps. You tried a 105 pit, couldn't kill the boss? Heck. On your Sork? You need more meat on them bones. Wish you could play with me sometimes. So I do group stuff every once in a while, but it's pretty rare. Every once in a while. Hell yeah, Skrillex. You see Whirly Bar, my own build? Yeah. It's definitely not as good as the meta builds, but I'm having fun with it, so that's all I care about. Boop, boop. All right. Thank you for the game controller. Appreciate it. You did it. You beat T10 Mephisto with build you made yourself, no guide. Guess what? Me too. This morning with my own build. I was very proud. That fight is a bitch on your own build without following a meta. Congrats. I'm proud of you. I spent hours last night and this morning grinding it out, and yeah, it felt so good. I wish I did it on stream, but I had to get it done. I had to get it done. Core martial channel. 16% movement speed, that's the same. Got phase 3 for the first time. It was so much easier than phase 2, and you were actually mad. I struggled with phase 3. Like, I was getting to where I was getting phase 1 and 2 down pretty regularly, and I don't know why, but my brain, like, could not focus in 3. Like, every time I got there, I just, like, panicked and, like, total tunnel vision and just tried to go straight at Mephisto and, like, just died to stupid mechanics. Big dumb idiot mode. Big dumb idiot mode. Your elemental resistances were not where they needed to be for phase 2. The red orbs one-shot you. The red orbs, I think I think those one-shot everybody. I don't know. I just had to avoid them. You'll have a great weekend, about to go to sleep, but you'll think of me before you do. Hell yeah. What are you gonna think of me doing? That's important. All right, good enough. We got one upgrade there. You were just bad then, but you one tried phase 3, but you also made all his HP bar poison. Gotcha. So technically, I killed him twice, but the first time, as he was doing his death animation, I died to dot damage, and so it didn't count. I was all excited, and then I died. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I was like, maybe the loot will be there when I go back, and nope, it was not. That happened to you with Lilith like 10 times? Yeah. As a fellow Whirlwind Barb, you like the charm set that throws random shouts every 5 seconds? Oh, is that one of them? Which one does that? I don't know.
Oh, finished so soon?
Okay. A good XP one. Do I care about XP? I'd rather do the boss. I have points.
Where would you begin?
Need to farm gold when you get home. You're down to like 5 million. It comes and goes so fast. Berserker set does it? Berserker set. Berserker damage bonus is increased. Gain 30% damage reduction from berserking. Oh, every 5 seconds, trigger random shout. Gotcha. How did I miss that? I don't know. When will I have a bunch of wieners in my mouth again? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Hopefully never. That stream was... Poof. Sup? Hi. You're trying to get a Heart of Selig and Grandfather for your barb? So, yeah, these mythic tributes are going to be your friend. Beyond that, not really a good place to target farm them. Mouth agape, dual-wielding glizzies? Maybe. No, so last year I did a subathon, and one of the things on the subathon was if somebody donated $10, it would start a 5-minute countdown called the Wienering. And during that 5 minutes, every additional $10 donation added a number to a counter. And at the end of the 5 minutes, whatever that counter got to, I had to eat that many hot dogs, trying to eat that many, or as many as I could at a time. So I was eating 5 hot dogs at a time. And over that weekend, I think I had to eat 45 of them. Yeah, that was not pleasant. I don't eat hot dogs very often anymore. It was funny. You need these clips? They're on my Discord.
It's locked.
It's locked. Wait, hold on. Where is it? I apologize to anybody I'm about to offend. Don't mind the giant duck in the background. Anyways, enjoying stream. Just started your barb journey. Do much better. What gear cosmetics am I using on my barb? Looking good. This is the Wrath set from the new Warcraft crossover, but I recolored them green. Yep. That was a very hot dog forward weekend, and I should have vomited afterwards. I did not, but I should have. Anyways. Yeah, if I ever brought that back, it would be much more expensive per wiener. So the first day I did it, they were $10 each. I think I said the next day I'm not doing it, but the next day I brought it back at $25 per wiener. And then weirdos still did it. Oh yeah, everybody has a price. Absolutely. I should just make it a permanent fixture of my channel. Just keep my fridge stashed. Stocked? Stocked, that's the word. You beat Lilith on T10? Hell yeah, congrats. Yeah, no, Mephisto is tough. I killed him for the first time solo today, after many, many hours of attempts. You're probably a better gamer than I am, so you'll probably get him easier, but oh man. $100 per glizzy? Maybe. What the fuck just killed me? Alright, bet. Oh, jeez. No, thank you. I will say I had the weirdest shits after that stream. Anyways, moving on. Like, I always wonder, like, people who do like the Nathan's hot dog eating competitions and stuff, like Joey Chestnut and Matt Stonian, like, what do their shits look like? Like, I don't want to see, but I kind of do, just out of sheer curiosity. Pew, 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 pew. Uh-huh. Any news on fixing Crusher Glyph? I haven't heard anything, but I do know that they're planning on releasing a fix next week, early in the week, for the Ball Lightning fix, so hopefully with the same patch. But I haven't seen any news specifically about Crusher. Wonder if their poop would smell like wiener water? That's a sentence that I want to unread.
Taken apart, melted down.
Things are getting weird over here. For 100 glizzies, you probably... Oh, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. True though. True though. Yeah, I've done some weird stuff on stream. It is what it is. Although, I used to watch a guy who, for literally no money, dumped an entire, like, 3-gallon bucket of nacho cheese over his head. That was something to watch. How much am I critting? This much. I don't know. How do I keep the Fury always full while spinning? There's 2 nodes on the skill tree for 2 of my shouts. That one of them is like increase Fury regen while I'm moving, and I don't remember exactly what they say. I'll check in a second. But it's on challenging shout and this one, rallying cry. I can never remember what the shouts are called. Why would somebody do that? The pressure's not just... I don't remember what the reason for it was. It was funny, but it was gross. What gear? Nothing special. Like uniques, I have the Tusk Helm and Gores, but that's about it. But no mythics. I have some, but I haven't put any on yet. So for the skill tree, it was here? No, here. Fury gain. So for every 3 meters traveling while Rallying Cry is active, restore 2 primary resource to yourself and half to nearby enemies or allies if I was playing with people. And then this one, Fury generation. Taking damage while channeling shout is active will generate 3 Fury. So those help a lot. I don't remember if there was anything else that specifically was helping. I think I do have Fury regen on some of my gear. Yeah, I have Fury regen on my chest. Fury regen on my boots. That Fury gains not only when the shouts are active. I mean, my shouts are active most of the time. I mean, like, Rallying Cries up pretty much all the time. I don't want to level them up anymore. Alright, fine. Use a Jaw rune that procs Fury regen as well. Yeah, that would work. What is this ring? Nomad's Longing Heart. You want Whirlwind bleed spikes, but have problems with Fury and also full life on hit? I haven't really tried many variations. I've been kind of just rocking this since the beginning, and it's been working out pretty well. I'm sure that I could get more damage out if I spec'd out of some of my Fury regen nodes, but I don't want to run out of Fury, so I don't. And I'm fine not pushing the highest difficulty. We'll get there eventually. You spin once and they die from bleed? Nice.
Taken apart, melted down.
You do that, Lurky. Trying to remember if there's any. Oh, right. I was gonna do some of these. So, Legion events? Are there any Legion events? Nope. Yeah, I do want to get a Magnum Opus. I probably have one, actually. But I think it was a shitty one. Thank you for the follow. I don't. Maybe it was a charm. Ah, yeah. Lurky go! Ah. Ah. Now I'm putting the names together. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Boop, boop. Alright. So, if I was going to work on this guy, we could do Infernal Hordes and do Chaos Waves. Or we could go catch a fish in Skazglin and Hawazar. If I were a fish, where would I be? Hit the butcher a little bit. Should get one within 5 runs. One of the good roll. However, is another thing. Yeah. I can fish probably right there. Can I fish right here? Nope. What about on this bridge? For real? What about here? Seriously? Alright, well here we gotta be able to, right? Surely. Really? I hear a lot of people talking about the Butcher. Does he drop dedicated loot? Yes, he is one of the new layer bosses. And all of the layer bosses have their own unique drop tables. There we go. Yeah, so the Butcher and Astaroth and Bartuk all have their own tables now. I know I only needed one, but I want to get something interesting here. A Drakenbeard. I don't think I've seen that before. Just a random drowned floating in the water. Holy. That was a biggin. Great song, hell yeah. Cowbell. Is that the same one I just got? Whack. Another one? You go do work and then come back to you listening to this while fishing. This is the divorced dad core. Hell yeah. Yes, since you left, I got married and then divorced. So got married, had kids, and then divorced. Yeah. You were gone a long time. Ooh, glittering spectral Drakenbeard. She took the kids? Yeah, yeah. Because she's like, you're a loser who just stays home and plays video games. I'm like, true. Tim, don't make me come over there. Need to fish more? When I saw that it was part of the season journey, I'm like, well, I guess I'm doing it. Is there an easy way to tell if I have all the ones here? Probably in here, fishing. We're in Skosglen. There's a lot. So I'm guessing all of the Drakenbeards can be found anywhere. Oh, they're all Drakenbeards. Maybe not. So there's... it seems like there's like one spot where you can get the mythic one in each zone. Where would that be? In Skosglen, though. Holy! I don't know why, but that really startled me. Man, I was getting rare ones back to back to back to back, and now nothing. Is there any benefit to fishing other than collections? So the reason I'm doing it is because it's part of the season journey. Right here. Which, I guess it just gives you a fisherman title, but I wanted to finish this. But yeah, if there is a benefit to it, I don't think it's been discovered yet. But I would not be surprised if it's tied to secrets in some way. Like, if there's more to the cow level and stuff like that. And it's one of those things where they could always add to it, too. So, like, maybe there isn't anything really yet, but maybe later on they become useful for cube recipes or something. Like, now that we have the cube, there's so much potential for them to add more to it. Like, every season they could add new recipes. Depending on using Shaco rather than Perdition if you can't get the ladder to drop. Shaco is more defensive, whereas Perdition generally is more offensive, but I think they're both great. Unless there's, like, another aspect that's just really, really good for whatever your build is. But Shaco's generally going to be a little more tanky. Is that a new one? Nope. Moo! Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Armageddon Lock or Balsork? I was using one on my Balsork. I have both, so I've been going back and forth. Just depends on what content you're doing. I haven't done Armageddon Lock, though, so I don't know for that one. You hate how Warlocks are forced to use Apocalypse for higher tiers? It's too OP. I know Woody was doing, like, the Command Fallen build, and then he also was just doing a Terror Swarm build that looked like it was pretty good. So there's definitely other options, but it does seem like the Apocalypse is the most meta. Wait, is it Armageddon? No, it's Apocalypse. Or is that two different builds? Can't get it to drop. That's unfortunate. You can try to craft it. Alright, this is my last fish here, and then we're moving on. Okay, that's not a fish. We're gonna get one more fish. Yeah, I think it's Apocalypse. I think so. I think you're right. Need one more jaw. Start doing those rune tributes.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. We're going to Howzar to fish.
Excuse me. Have you seen this man?
We will fish on the dock. No fishable water, but he's fishing. Oh, I can't. That was weird. I couldn't move. That was weird. That was weird. What torment? Right now I'm on 9. This character can do 10. My Stork can do 12. My Warlock can do 10-ish. 10, 11-ish. Crookfish. I have that one. Gotta go. All right, take it easy, Lorf. Is that what I call you, Lorf? Boop boop. Usernames are the weirdest thing. Cheap bangles. Death Trap can do 10 to 11. Nice. I haven't done Death Trap very much. I tried it one season, but I didn't have the right gear for it, so it felt very awkward. But I do want to try it again at some point. I don't know if I'll do that this season, but maybe. I definitely do want to play a rogue at some point. That looked like I fished up 2 things, but I only saw 1. Am I loot filtering? No. Demonic crookfish. Need to start more people. Oh, you want to play more with people? Where do you do that at? You can fish anywhere there's like fishable water, which is most water in the open world, but not really in like dungeons and stuff. And then there's like certain bodies of water that'll give you like mythic fish and stuff. There's probably guides out there to find those. But I was just doing it for the season journey, which I am done with now, so I could probably move on. Have I played Paladin this season? Not this season. I did play it last season and the season before, but I have not done it yet this season. I do plan on it, though. Can you do anything or an Easter egg that anyone has found, or do you just sell them? I mean, there was the whimsy fish from the Cow Island, but as far as like what to do with them, nobody knows yet. So I generally sell them or stash them, but as far as I know, there's nothing to do with them yet. I do hope that they're useful for something eventually. Yo, what's going on? She looks so pissed. Why did I make her look so angry? You've been saving some, but sell some as well. So the one thing I noticed is like, let's go to a vendor. Who can I sell things to? Can I sell things to you? So okay, this holy chalice sells to her for 2 gold, but if you go to the obol vendor, it's also 2 gold. Maybe it's just the fish. So these fish here sell for 2,200. But here, there's 2,200. Did they change that? It used to be to where like it would only sell to the merchants for like very cheap, but the Opal vendor would buy them for way more. But it seems like now they're the same. Greetings from Malaysia. Hello, Malaysia. Does fishing give XP? Nope. Not as far as I could tell. But we gotta add to my collection. Let's run some Mythic Undercities. You got 4? I mean, I wouldn't be able to contribute much. Currently playing Stork and was blasting T12 Pit. Hell yeah. Alright, let's use these. Alright, we can do some Belial. What up, KT? How you doing? Started Hardcore Mirage PoE Cobra Lash. That's survived Act 3 so far. Nice, nice. Are you looking forward to the 0.5 for PoE 2? Doing your research? I'm leaning towards trying the monk martial artist thing. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be any good or not.
Even the ground beneath your feet can't be trusted. Scatter! Careful now.
You were hoping it would mean another class? Yeah. I don't know when we're going to get new classes, because they've also said that they don't plan on having all the classes ready for 1.0 either, which is going to be probably November, December.
This realm will be mine.
But there's enough new content to where it should still be pretty good. Just give us something big. I mean, they gave us a lot. It's going to be pretty overwhelming, I think. You see my challenging shout stats?
I will drape this world in darkness. The only truth is what I say it is.
Mephisto and Belial have the best voice actors. They're pretty good. Really want a good channel spin to win to come to PoE 2? Yeah, same. We'll probably get that when we get swords, right? Which would be Duelist? Or would that be with Marauder? I don't even know. Will you die already? I'm out of juice.
Reality is such a fragile thing.
Fight lasted too long, so I ran out of all my fury.
Die.
Um. So, I've maxed out Whirlwind with Tornado, movement speed, and channel damage bonus. I've maxed out Rallying Cry with Booming, duration bonus, and Fury gain. I have 1 point in Iron Skin with Juggernaut, Weaken, Maximum Life. Maxed out Challenging Shout with Ball, Weaken, and Fury Generation. Maxed out Warcry with Mighty Roar, Ferocity, Vulnerable. And then I have a few points into Call of the Ancients with Empowered, Attack Speed Damage Bonus, and Damage Bonus. You're very welcome. I also do believe in my bio, if you go to my website, I have a link to my planner for this. Pretty sure I have it updated. Oh, I did get one. Minimum roll. Did I accidentally start the fight again? I did. Excited to see how PoE2's in-game build guide works? Yeah! I really hope that Diablo borrows that idea for the Paragon boards and the skill tree, but specifically the Paragon boards would be huge. Especially since that was something that they teased in their survey last year that they were thinking about doing. I felt that slime on my ass. I think it's an insanely helpful idea, especially for people with only one monitor. Yeah, absolutely. Why not Wrath of the Berserker? There was a reason. What that reason was, I don't remember. Oh, yeah, just the cooldown is so much longer. Path of Diablo, maybe season 6, 7? Wait, what? Yeah, Cliptus has good guides for sure. Blah, 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 blah. That had some beef to it. It tasted like ground beef. Whoever Rob stole that one bar build from you using that. I didn't say it.
Step up to my anvil.
Yeah, it was very beefy. Alright, so I got a bunch of Ramaladies to choose from. That's probably my best one. Weapon damage, strength, max life, critical strike, multiplier. I mean, it's not ancient, but...
That's it for that piece.
Oh, yeah. That's my loot filter. Great opportunity to self-promote. I have a website called diablofilter.com where you can browse loot filters for different classes and import them directly into the game if you're on PC. But if you're not on PC, if you're on console, you can click onto them, click show rules, and it'll show all of the loot filter rules for whatever build you're playing. It's pretty cool.
Taken apart, melted down. Pity to break another's work.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. When can we have a collab and have Diablo's version of Path of Building? Whew. I'm kind of surprised that nobody's done that yet, to be honest. The closest that we have is probably Maxroll's D4 planner. It is definitely more elaborate than a lot of people realize, I think, but that stuff's too big brain for me. But I'm kind of surprised that nobody's built that. All right. Oh, I finished this too? Oh, right, Liar Boss. Cool. That's gonna take a while. Are we close to anything else? This is a jeweler and okay, so crafting a grand gem.
Moo.
This guy who made this website really went the extra mile and gave console players an opportunity to copy loot filters. Hell yeah. Yeah, whoever that guy is deserves kisses. I don't need that. Skulls. I need... So 1 million minus 613,446. I need 386,000 skulls. So to do that, gem fragments, skulls. This makes 200. Divide by 200. I can't even make close to enough. Okay. That's sad. So I could also do rubies. Am I closer on rubies? Nope. How much do I need? I need to craft on here. Like it would have to say 1,932 to get enough to make it. So yeah, not even close. Although, I could potentially... I need more sapphire. Sapphire uses skull, so that wouldn't work. You can see how many skull fragments I got and bring you some skulls? Nah, you're good. You're good. I'll get them when I get them. I do appreciate it, though. Sears Reach it is then? Yeah, no kidding. Let's actually confirm. Where am I going? Whether or not that still works. Can you not just teleport to a random dungeon? Why did I think you could? All right. It's crazy they've been It's crazy they have us farm for gems now. Only if you want them. But yeah. I mean, I like that they gave us things to actually grind for. Like, it's not stuff that you have to have. But if you really want to min-max your character, you gotta work for it. Fragment number thing doesn't allow us to click numbers above 99. Yeah. And that's definitely been suggested to them. We've seen them upgrade caps for other things, though, so I'm sure it'll happen eventually. It does? Test yourself? I thought it did. I don't know why it wasn't working right there. That's weird. Oh, you mean the dungeon. You mean the dungeon. Got it. Not teleporting to the dungeon. Yeah, definitely don't scrap the good gems. Because they don't give you the same exchange rate. Why are there monsters outside the map? There's monsters up there. It's a secret. You can go up there, and that's where the real cow level is. You heard it here first. He's so jumpy.
Both you
Boop, boop, boop.
Thousands of gems in a handful of dust.
Oh, I closed my calculator. Right. Definitely closer now. Sheesh game? Scorpion's mechanic is actually quite fun if I wasn't too strong. Yeah. Some of the bosses are pretty good if you're not insta-blowing them up. Is this a shitty version of Pee-wee 2? Nope. Yeah, I didn't realize that, how do I want to word this? I wasn't planning on coming back, but then when I realized how close I was, I'm like, alright, I'll go again. Although I think I need to craft 2 more, not just 1.
Stones to cut, gems to set.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense to convert skulls, or sapphires to skulls, because I need sapphires. Alright, yeah, wouldn't make sense to turn the sapphires into skulls, because I need the sapphires to make skull fragments. Although I could maybe go like halvesies. Would that make sense? I don't even know.
Beautiful, no?
I guess so. No. No. I think I just threw a bunch away. Oh wait, never mind. I have enough now. My math didn't math. What build am I doing? I made my own build.
A jewel plucked from the sky.
It's definitely not as good as like the meta builds out there, but it's doing just fine. You love Pee-wee to death, but I need to have a life. You can't be asked to be mapping and waiting for divs to drop, but the sound feels so good. Oh, like when it drops on your loot filter or whatever. Yeah. I really do like PoE. Although I don't know, I find that like I really like the campaign in PoE, but when I get to the end game, I start getting bored. And I don't want to, which I'm hoping that the changes that they're making to the end game in this upcoming league make me feel better about it. I think it's because like I am somebody who likes doing quests. Like I like having a story driving me, even though I don't really care about the story. I like having like a feel like I'm actually progressing towards something, and the fact that they're kind of questizing the end game makes me excited. So hopefully it feels really good. What's the best class starting out other than Necro? Hi Nichols. Hello. The best class starting out is the one that sounds the best to you. I like Sork and Barb, but it really just depends on your playstyle and what you enjoy.
What is a waitress, isn't it? Taken apart. Left it down.
Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Meow. Tired but had fun? Hell yeah. What was your favorite part today? Just today specifically. Did you get any good foods? Meow. Meow. Reading that made me really want chili all of a sudden. I think Riz is hungry. Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin is back open after its fairly short closure for upgrade, so we did that. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is back open after an agonizingly long closure for refurbishment, so we did that. And it was peak, mediocre chicken parm sandwich, and a cheeseburger egg roll. That's a Dole Whip Pineapple Vanilla Swirl Soft Serve Cup. I've heard all about them Dole Whips, and I've heard they're S tier. That chicken parm sandwich sounds really good, other than the fact that you called it mediocre. Riz is a big chicken parm fan, but that sounds less than exciting. The streamer will never talk about anything except the game name. Hi, Chase. Chase, what game would you want this to be? If you could give it a name, what would you call it? GTA 6? Man, I really hope, like, I'm not a big GTA guy, but I know how excited people are for that one. I really hope that game does well for them. Like, if it comes out and it's giga ass, giga doo-doo, people are gonna be so butthurt. They've waited so heckin' long. Dole Whips are godly, but if you get pineapple one, you gotta do swirl. It'll fuck you up with acid otherwise. Chicken parm sandwich. It sounded awesome. Your mom and I both got it. It was fine, but meh. It was chicken tenders on a hoagie with bland marinara and some melted mozzarella. I mean, that's kind of what I would have expected from it, but you always hope for the best, for sure. Invest in Take-Two right now. You'll retire your children. I mean, maybe. Really hope that you replay Expedition 33. I definitely will at some point, although I doubt I would stream it. But I definitely do want to play it. Hello! Thank you for the roses. How are you, Samantha? Meow. I don't know why I'm still farming. I have full attunement. Get out of here, Riz! Your Arbiter Wings Disciple, Hammered and Paladin is smashing. Pity you're away for the weekend. You're jonesing for some D4. Yeah, they need to hurry up and get on that Switch 2 release so people can play it portable. Your new gaming chair came in, so you got your Corsair Baby monitor set up. Nice, nice. Just tried to use the Celig and you're having resource issues. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not sure how that build works. The Celig version. I haven't done it yet. I might try it at some point.
So much good I would have done. So much.
Whew, man, chicken parm sounds so good right now. I do have chicken and marinara and mozzarella.
Mainlander, what brings you?
I might have to try to improvise. Just try to use the Celig. Oh, I saw my chat move, but it wasn't a new message, so I don't know why it moved. Sometimes it just be moving. Whirly Bar was so much fun this season. Yeah, like I've always been a Whirlwind hater in this game because like I always felt like it felt clunky and awkward, but this season it feels really good. I like it a lot. I guess it's just low level that it feels clunky and awkward. RuneScape Dragon Wild's roadmap looks lit. Did they just release something? Highlights for me: Mithril tier armor and weapons in March, fishing skills in April, adamant tier weapons and armor, and magic carpets in June. Magic carpet, agility skill in July, runite tier gear, more platforms in September, new material tier, probably dragon, and prayer skill in December. Damn, they cooking. You only play Barbaro, but felt cute and had to test Paladin. You're gonna do the Barb again, obviously. Is it only spin to win this Bible? No. I know Cliptus has a build that he's calling the Brobarian. That is just, it leans on just summoning an ass ton of ancients. It is already May. That's true. So some of that's already out. True. You agree with chat to keep up with? Wait, I agree with chat to keep up with. Oh, to make Expedition 33 really hard. Yeah. So when I started, I streamed it my first day or two, and then I started playing off stream, and I found that I was able to follow the story a million times better. Using the Mythic version for MOBA. Haven't tried using the Celig Overpower version. Yeah, I haven't tried any of the meta builds yet. Not a single one. I'm just kind of doing my own thing. Definitely not the strongest, but it's working. Where am I going? That's what Diablo has over PoE 2, a little more freedom to run how you want. I mean, I feel like PoE 2, it's less open wide than PoE 1 is, but I feel like there's quite a few builds you can do. It's just a little more scary to do it. But hopefully that does get better over time as they add more stuff. But yeah, I will say, like, being an ARPG fan right now feels pretty good, because, like, PoE's doing great, D4's doing great now, D2's getting fresh content for the first time in a long time. Like, Last Epoch's still doing some pretty cool shit. Titan Quest 2 seems really good so far. No Rest for the Wicked is kicking ass if you're looking for something a little different. You're averaging between 2 and 5 billion hits on T9. You're going to try T10 after work? Hell yeah, get it. I mean, I'm only doing occasional hits for a billion, and I'm doing 9 easily, and I can do 10. Less than a year till the Zelda movie? True. Forever launch? Is that MMO? I've seen a couple people have been playing that lately. Looks interesting. I've had one friend watching me stream, and he says watching you play the skill tree is helping him feel less overwhelmed. Yeah. I can see that. If you were to start a barb, what's the best way to go about it? I mean, it depends what your goals are, really. I say just go for it. Just pick some skills that sound cool. Fine-tune it as you go. Or, if you feel like looking up a leveling guide. Generally, I recommend looking at Max Roll for leveling guides. You bought it and refunded, needs more stuff and better performance before you jump back in. Is it that MMO that I was seeing? I saw King Gothalion playing it. And also Force Gaming. Is Whirlwind beginner friendly? I would say Whirlwind feels pretty clunky until about level 15, but then once you get to 15, it feels pretty good. Specifically, at least the way I went, once I got Tornado, I think it was at 15. It feels way better. But yeah, I've been generally seeing people talking pretty highly about that game, but the art style I was a little iffy on, but I might check it out at some point. I do like trying games.
Swinging away. Oh, it is a waitress, isn't it? That's it for that piece.
Love the content, always informative. Hell yeah, I try to be. And if I don't have an answer for something, I'll generally recommend the best place that I can think of to get the answer.
It is done.
Sure. Oh, I should have gotten gloves for Gores. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Ooh, I finally got vocalized empowerment. I've been waiting to get that aspect for a hot minute now. That looks potentially good, but I think mine's a little better. Okay. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. All right. So we upgraded this guy. When you activate any beacon within Undercity, there's a small chance to summon a portal prankster. Okay. Yes, please. All right, chat. I think that's going to do it for me for today. But I will likely be back in the morning. Or in the afternoon. Or sometime tomorrow. I don't know. It's weekend. You never know what you're going to get on the weekends. But I hope you have a great evening. Happy Friday. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.